Okay, welcome back. This lecture is a continuation of our previous lecture related to the variable declaration in C programming language. In this lecture, we're going to see few other rules and syntax about to declaring a variable, and also we're going to see how to initialize those variables and or how to assign a value to those variables. Let's start. In the last example, we have created these four variables. Now, C programming offers you a better flexibility that in a single statement, you can create multiple variables using comma operator of same data type. Suppose when you're filling a form, there are various information they are asking, and assume that they are also asking about same type of data. So consider here age is an integer. Similarly, it can have marks or marks as an integer, or we can say pin code of your area. It can also be a part of this data type. A pin code is always collection of numbers, so it can be an integer. Definitely, it will be an integer. So one of the way that we can do, we can use the same data type or same statement and use comma as a separator to create another variable. Similarly, in name also, we can have f name, first name as one, then we can have m name as a middle name, and suppose that we also have l name as a last name. So means no need to write data type each and every time when you create or declare a variable. You can use comma as a separator between the two variable name. And at the very beginning, your statement must be preceded by a data type. Similarly, in mobile also, we can also have mobile number 1 and then mobile number 2. So these are the features C programming language of gives you to create a variable. By doing this, there will be no harm to your code. It doesn't take any extra memory or doesn't take any extra time to process your data. Similarly, you can divide this variable declaration statement into multiple statement also, like this. When you divide a single variable declaration, which can have multiple variable names, and divide into a multiple statement, then each statement must be preceded with a data type name. Next, we're going to discuss how to assign values to those variables. So assigning values to those variables, C programming language offers you so many rules and regulations, so many syntax we have, various ways we can do. Let's initialize the age by assigning a value 23. So to initialize a variable, we can use assignment operator. We called it equal sign assignment operator, and then we can assign a value. Similarly, we can also do the same thing for the pin code also. So suppose pin code we are entering 1444111. You can enter any value, but should we remember what value you are entering, the type of the value should be matched with the type of the variable. You cannot enter something like this, 23 years, 5 months. Then it will throw and it will produce a compile time error here because type of age is integer, which can store a decimal value. But you are also assigning decimal value with space and characters also. So it is not allowed. We cannot do this. Similarly, we can also initialize a character. Suppose gender is male. So remember, C programming language to assign a character value, we need to put the character inside the single quote. Then to assigning long mobile numbers, Similarly, we can use assignment operator here. Suppose I am giving a 10 digits mobile number. 10 digits mobile number. Now next, to assign the name of a character array, we're going to discuss character array in upcoming lectures. Just consider here f name is a collection of character. So we need to use a data type called derived data type. Here we're going to use a character array, and maximum the f name can have 20 characters. So whenever there is more than one character in a value, you need to put all those characters inside a double quote. So here we are entering the value. Now suppose this person have no middle name. So what we can do, we can assign an empty string to that middle name. And then last name will have something like this. This is one of the way that we can do. We called it variable initialization. Now let's move further. Let's see various other ways also that we can initialize a variable. Now suppose I am creating a simple variables called integer a comma b. And then question is that we declare the variable here. Now, is it mandatory to initialize the variable at the same time when you declare that variable? So answer is no. It is not mandatory. It is totally your idea here. What you're going to do? If you require to initialize the variable at the same time, you need to use assignment operator. If you do not want to initialize them, you can move further to the next statement to initialize them. So suppose that A and B is declared here. Now I want to initialize A. So value of A is suppose 1. Now what I want, value of B is the value of A, same value I want. So you can do this, B equal to A. So see, here A get initialized by a integer constant, but B get initialized by a variable. Similarly, when you declare the variable, you can initialize all of them or you can initialize anyone, something like this. So 4 is assigned to A. But if you want to initialize all of them, you need to use assignment operator with all variable name. We cannot initialize all the variables using only one assignment operator. We need to use one assignment operator with one variable and then put the comma between two variable name to initialize the variable. Now remember one important point. When you create a variable, something like this, it is called declaration. Variable declaration. Now, when we assign some value to this variable, then it is called initialization. Thereafter, when we use the same statement for declaring an initialization, something like this, char suppose ch equal to a value capital A. Then this is called what? This is called variable declaration and definition together. Declaration and definition. Okay. Similarly, like mathematics, you can also initialize a variable through an expression, mathematical expression. Let's see an example of this. Suppose we are needed to play with the real numbers. Okay, real numbers. Suppose float interest. You want to calculate interest on certain time period on certain principal value. So what is the equation that we know to calculate the interest, simple interest, PTR by 100. So you can implement here. P is the principal amount, okay, multiplied by time, number of years or month, and R is the rate. Then the complete expression must be divided by 100. Now look at this. Here, interest will be calculated only when you provide the value of P, value of T, and value of R. In this program, we did not declare P, T, and R. There is no value we have assigned. So remember, most important point in C language, to use any variable as part of a statement or an expression, that variable must be declared and initialized. Must be declared and initialized. So before compiling this code, what we need to do, we need to declare P, T, and R. Suppose principal is a whole amount. So let's consider principal as 20,000. And time can be 4 year, 5 month, or 3 year, 5 months, something like this. So we're going to consider them as a rational number or floating point number in computer programming. So to do this, there is a different data type is designed we call floating point numbers. So float T equal to suppose 3.4 years. That means 3 years, 4 months. And rate of interest, again, it can be a whole number or it can be a rational number. Okay. So what are you going to do? We're going to consider as a float for the rate of interest. So we're deciding rate of interest is 5.6. So now the interest can be calculated easily here, because here before using P, T, and R in this expression, we have declared them and we have defined them. So this is the most fundamental rule when you're using a variable as part of initialization of another variable. In the above example also that I have listed here, see, when I want to initialize B by A, so before doing this, I have initialized A by 1, or here also I have initialized A by 4. If you did not do this, then you can get a garbage value from the memory block. So it is a compulsory step you should remember when you're programming in C. If you use a variable as part of an expression or statement to initialize another variable or constant, then you need to initialize all of them and you must declare them. In the next video, we're going to see how to take input from the users for a variable's value and how to print them.